everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and I wanted to share some of the new products that are releasing at the Feed Your Craft shop. I'm going to go through them really quickly and use one of these kits in my projects today. Now, today is July 15th, 2019. And I'm going to start with this stamp set. This stamp set coordinates with the Daily Details stamp set, and I will share with you that older stamp set. It's this one. It's a gorgeous hexagon stamp set. You can see, maybe I should grab a white piece of cardstock. So you can see I've used it plenty. I love this stamp set. It's really, really cool stamp set to use in your projects. And I've shared a few here on my YouTube channel. I'll try to find those videos and link them up in the description box. I also used a hexagon punch and it fits perfectly. I'll grab that as well. So this Fisker punch works really well with the hexagons. So I definitely recommend it if you have the stamp set or you want to grab the stamp set. I believe they're restocking it today as well. So I use this punch to punch out the hexagons. I've used the stamp to kind of stamp photos to go in the center. I've also just punched them a bunch of times and used them as embellishments. You can stamp them directly on your spread. I love this stamp set, but this one coordinates with it. So you can stamp, let's say the week and maybe the number in one of the hexagons. All of these date stamps fit perfectly in the hexagons. And then you have the months, really cute little stamp set and a little banner in there. I think this is the perfect little stamp to use in your project life, by the way, especially that week, which I've already used in my planner. Next up, we're going to go through the new kit. This is the main kit, and it was designed by In a Creative Bubble. So I'm going to grab that and share it with you. So this one is called Local Living. And it has the out and about. I love these little circles. One has like a little shop and it says shop local. And then the trees, get outside, buy local, and it has fruits and veggies, exploring the neighborhood, best in town, loving this city of mine. It's just the cutest little stamp set, and I can't wait to use it in my project life and my traveler's notebook. I'm gonna move these aside, by the way, just to get into the cards real quick. I'm just going to go through these really quickly just so you can see the cards. So we're going to start with the 4x6s. Enjoy today's clear skies plus fresh air. Out and about. I love the colors in this kit. Today's walk. My son and I always take a walk at least once a week, and that card would work really well. The fun, good times on a little adventure around town. So this is a perfect little kit to kind of document local living, you know, your local shops, your farmer's market, your neighborhood, in the city. Love that one. Faves around town, local explorer, everyday adventuring, fun in the park, love the bicycle, enjoy the ride. And then you can kind of use this to tick off what you're documenting. So park, museum, art gallery, details of today's adventure. Beautiful kit. Definitely recommend it. I will be using this kit, I believe, probably in a few weeks once I share my project life. So moving on, this is the mini kit that is releasing as well. So this one was designed by Beshka. I love Beshka's designs. If you're not familiar with her, I definitely recommend you check out her Instagram. Her stuff is gorgeous. And now she's designing with Feed Your Craft, which is so fun. And she created this little mini kit that I'm really, really loving and hopefully be using today in my traveler's notebook. But this kit is called Summer on My Mind. And when I saw the stamps, I thought these half circles would work really well to kind of build on, either create rainbows. Elise from Feed Your Craft created a little watermelon, which is adorable, and I can't wait to do that. Love this, where you can kind of create like a pattern on your cards or your layout. And then you have the here and now. These flowers are adorable. The popsicle. These are the days to remember. The heat is on, and then you have this beautiful palm leaf, which I can't wait to kind of restamp a bunch of times on a card. Next up is the cards that come with the kit. The colors, the cards are just gorgeous. You have the the flowers. Beshka's flowers are always so gorgeous. They are a favorite of mine. Sunglasses, more flowers. Love the repeated pattern. And that's the rainbow, and that's where I was thinking these would look really cool to create your own rainbow using the stamp. Summer Nights. Beautiful. Look at those beautiful flowers. Like I said, she's amazing at the flowers. And you can kind of do that same pattern using the stamps as well. So, and you have the summer vibes. This is a favorite. I think I'm going to end up using that in my layout today. But some really, really cute products releasing today. Definitely check out the website. I'm going to link it in the description box for you guys. And let's move on and start working my traveler's notebook. I'm really, really excited and can't wait to see how my layout turns out using this mini kit and the new stamps. Okay guys, let's start working in my traveler's notebook. I have this photo of my son at the pool and I love it very, very much, and I thought I wanted to document that. Now I'm going through my Studio Calico traveler's notebook trying to find the right pattern. I really love this striped pattern paper. Just felt like it was very summery and bright. And I do end up using that one because everything else looked pretty good, but for some reason the colors from those stripes just popped and they looked really good with that 3x4 card. I knew I was going to use that 3x4 card. It said summer vibes. My photo is all about summer vibes, so I'm just going to go for it. Now I'm going to start by stamping. I'm going to go all out with my stamping. I decided that I'm going to use all the stamps on that stamp set and just stamp them down my photo. The photo had a lot of white space, and I really like to add a little something when I have a lot of white space in my photo. So I'm just gonna use that space to stamp. These stamps work really well with the photo, with the theme, with all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna end up stamping the heat is on, this moment, staying cool, the details. And wherever a stamp fits, I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. I always recommend to use the archival ink pads when stamping on your photos. It works for me. There's other ink pads that really work stamping on photos, but this is the ink pad that works for me, so I always recommend it. But if you have your favorite, just go for it and use your stamps. I always say this, that if you are not big on embellishments or you don't have a lot of embellishments, use your stamps to create your own embellishments. Stamp them on photos, stamp them on white cardstock, fussy cut them out, even stamp them on sticker paper and use them as embellishments. Now in that stamp set, there was these little polka dots. They were actually for the flowers on that stamp set, but I'm going to use them to add a little something here and there. I just kind of stamped them randomly around my stamped words and phrases. And I'll finish up my photo by adding a little heart, stamped heart right above all the stamping. So I like how that looks. I don't believe I'm going to add any more stamping on my photo. I'm going to go ahead and trim down my 3x4 card. I just felt like it needed a little trimming. When I use 3x4 cards in my traveler's notebook, I tend to trim them down. I don't know why. I just don't like the look of a 3x4. I don't know what it is. But anyways, I trimmed it down. I'm going to grab the stamp set again, and I'm going to create a rainbow with those half circles. Now to create the rainbow, I had to start with the brightest color and end up with the darkest. If you start with the darkest, you're going to have a hot mess. So definitely recommend to use these half circles if you're going to use them as a rainbow. Definitely start with your lightest color. So I started with my yellow. I'm going with kind of a darker pink, and I'm going to end up using the blue for my smallest part of my rainbow. I love how this rainbow turned out. It just matched my stripes really, really well. And it just made this summer layout look even more summery. I'm gonna fussy cut it out and stick down my 3x4 card. When I added the rainbow, I felt like I was missing something. I think I wanted more pink to the top. There was pink on the bottom of the pattern paper, but I just wanted to bring in the pink to the top. So what I end up doing is going back into the stamp set and stamping out the popsicle with the same shade of pink from the bottom part of my pattern paper. That way I can bring in more pink to the top. I just felt like my card was a light shade of pink and I needed that dark pink. So I think the lollipop really makes a difference once I add it to my spread. But my first stamping didn't turn out so great, so I stamp it again. There's these few lines in between the stamp and you couldn't really see it that well. So I end up grabbing my white Signo pen and kind of filling out that popsicle where the lines should have been, and it turns out perfect. Now, when I added the popsicle to my spread, I had this kind of vision of creating, like, I don't know, a cluster of happiness. Just, I don't know, adding like stars and hearts and things like that. So I actually go back into my stamp set, stamp the heart with the same pink I used for my popsicle. I'll fussy cut it out and add that to my little cluster where the rainbow and popsicle are sitting. I'll even go into my embellishments to try to bring in more of the colors from the stripes on the pattern paper. I always recommend this. Try to use your pattern paper to add more color and to add more texture, because when you add those colors using puffy stickers and chipboard and things like that, you add that texture that you are missing, and it also brings in more of the colors. It makes those colors pop. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp hashtag summer story right on my card. Because I had a lot of black on the right side with my stamping, I wanted to bring in a hint of black to the left side just to balance everything out, and just that little stamp really, really makes the difference. This is where I grab my puffy stickers, end up adding some stars, some of my Feed Your Craft puffy hearts. Some of those star stickers were really, really old. I think they were from a very old kit. So I'm just gonna go through my puffy stickers and just add a few here and there. I do end up also grabbing some chipboard, and I end up adding Drink in the Sun right underneath my rainbow. And then I call my layout done. Don't forget, today is release day at the Feed Your Craft shop. I always link everything in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.